everyone, it's Mark
and Aaron.
How's it going? I hope you got your drinks ready. This is all whiskey, just so you know. We're gonna have a good time, friends. It's Intermission interview. We're coming at you live from our studio. Yeah. Hey there, studio audience.
AKA our living room.
That's right. Check us out.
So don't forget, if you have comments throughout the interview, please comment on Facebook and we will present your comments in our screen. They scroll on my sidebar, so I'm keeping track. So if you have any questions for our guest, let us know.
Yes.
And we will post them. We're so excited that you joined us today.
Yes, and speaking of our guest, we have South Bend star Mimi Bell with us in the studio. She's our Artist of the Week for our Show Tune Sunday program, and we're going to bring her in the studio right
Okay,
now.
here we come, here we go.
Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Hi, Mimi.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. How are you guys?
Nice. We're great. We're great. Thanks for joining us today. Tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
My name's Mimi, and I love to sing, and I love to act, and what else? I don't know. What else? I'm 24. I'm turning 25 in October, and that's pretty much it. I'm boring.
Not true at all. Now, are you originally from South Bend, or tell us a little bit about how you got to where you are today?
Yeah.
Pretty much from South Bend. That's usually what I like to say. You know, I've been here for a really, 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 really long time, since early childhood, and I went to grade school here and high school here and whatnot. So, yeah, I've been here forever. I'm stuck here.
And you went to Clay High School, is that correct?
Yep.
Cool. And now, is that where you got your start in theater?
Pretty much. I mean, I'd say like my very first like start I got probably in like grade school. I wasn't in a show, but I got to sing a song at the end of a show.
Nice.
A Thanksgiving play for our parents.
Yes.
So I got to sing Amazing Grace, and after that I just I got addicted. You know how it goes.
Yeah, the arts are something special, and when you're a performer, especially in this microwave society that we're living in, just to like, you know, be able to produce a product and then people kind of validate you right then and there, it feels good. And then you're just able to share that moment with an entire community. It's really enriching.
Definitely. Yeah. And then I'd say like I definitely, but like my start into like theater and musical theater, I got definitely in high school. You know, Clay is pretty known for their productions and, you know, just being good at that. And I wanted to be known for being good at that too. So I just, you know, so I started out and I did it.
I think you are known for being good at it, because you are a phenomenal singer. I'm assuming that people who are watching right now are already fans of Mimi Bell,
including Jack Saunders.
Hi, Jack. Hello.
I love you.
Now, girl, you are a remarkable singer. Like, you're really, really good. Where does that come from?
I don't know. I don't know. I think like I've had I think I just probably practiced. I've been singing for as long as I can remember, and I've been singing for as long as I can remember pretty much, and I don't think I mean it doesn't really run in the family. although I do have some younger siblings that are really good singers. But like we're never really a super musical family. I guess I remember in the first grade wanting to sound like Mariah Carey, and it just skyrocketed from there.
Yeah. Do you have a whistle tone? Like a,
No, not yet.
oh, okay.
Well, it's getting there. It's getting there. Not one like her. Not one like her, but you know, every day you never know.
Yeah.
I might break out something someday.
Ha ha.
Now, I know what I would say your voice type is, but tell us how you classify as a singer and what it's like to be that voice type in the world of South Bend.
Oh man, I don't know like specific voice types. I'd say like generally I'm a soprano. Are you coming in? Sorry, my dog is scratching at the door.
I would
Generally
agree.
I'm a soprano. Um, I've had people classify me that are way better at that stuff than I am. I've been called a lyrical soprano. I've been called something that I can't pronounce. I know a lot of things. Um, and I belt a lot too. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beltane.
Yeah.
What's the soprano world like in the area? Is it pretty friendly? Do all the sopranos have like soprano conferences before auditions to talk about what you're gonna do, or is it a little bit not so pleasant?
It's what you make of it. It is. I mean,
Ah,
most most of the people in this voice group, there are a lot of people that are sopranos and a lot of people that are aspiring sopranos, and
right.
I think that like a lot of us, most of us just really get along and we build each other up and we love hearing each other sing, and we give each other like repertoire to work on, like I think you would sound great for this song, and whatnot. But I mean, I've only really come across a few people that are a little over competitive and a little unpleasant, but most of them, most people just are, they're just so great and so much fun. I get along better with altos though, I'm gonna just say that, and baritones.
Yeah, altos and baritones are great. I agree with that.
They're the best.
I'm neither one of those
They're the
things,
best.
but I agree with that.
So how about one of your favorite audition songs?
One of my favorite audition songs,
Yes.
if for like a musical or
Yes.
like for oh, my dad's watching. Oh my god. Okay. So my favorite audition song, I'd say of all time is probably sorry, it keeps falling. Is probably Before It's Over, the song that we did a music video for.
Oh yes.
Nice.
Definitely
Nice.
one of my favorites. It was really easy to learn, but it's also just so heartfelt. I feel like there's so many things I can do with it. It allows me to be really free with my voice, which is like one of my favorite parts of like picking a song, is like what allows me to be free and extra as extra as I want. Um, but yeah, like my favorite auditioning songs are that, or like I Miss the Mountains from Next to Normal was a good one too. It's always the stuff that I get from directors. It's always it's always the songs that I get from like being in a show, or like a director giving me a song or something. It's always those. You guys are smart.
Wow. Excellent.
We do what we can. We do what we can. So besides for like early career stuff, like you did some shows over at Clay, right? And then you did a production at IUSB of the Putnam County Spelling Bee over there. You played the part of Olive. Now they performed at both at IUSB, and then they had a production that moved over to the Learner. Were you a part of both of those?
Yes.
So
Yes,
what was that entire process like? What was it like performing at the Learner? Like, I mean, that space is gorgeous.
Wow. That's kind of difficult. I'd say that part came at a very sensitive time in my life. A lot of things happened, some really great, some traumatic. So my experiences with it are a little bit mixed, but overall, acting in the show and the show itself was great. It was amazing. The director was amazing, and we had the same exact cast at IUSB and at the Learner. Just I think one person couldn't make it, unfortunately, but the person that replaced him was really great, and I'd say that like that was my first ever actual lead. It's a school lead, but so I don't necessarily put it on audition sheets, although I should. But that was my first lead, and it was great. It was a lot of fun, and singing it was amazing, and spelling words that I never even knew existed was
Ah,
a lot of fun.
what was it like?
Yep.
For those who are watching who don't know the show involves like bringing up members of the audience to participate with the cast, and the members of the audience are also spelling out words in the show like they're in a spelling bee. What was that like, kind of interacting with them in an improv setting?
It was hilarious. It was so much fun. It was so much fun just messing with people who like don't have any idea what's going on. All of the words for the audience, or I think most of them or all of them, are all just made up words. So just to make sure that they get it wrong.
Yeah,
So it was kind of fun seeing people who like before the show they like put their names in sort of like a raffle, so it's all voluntary. But going up there and thinking that you're just going to see a show and then being called up on stage, I would love for that to happen to me. I was kind of jealous of the audience, but everybody had different reactions, all positive but just very different, and it was so much fun just messing with them.
Now, I know you've worked with a lot of companies in the area, Acting Ensemble, Elkhart Civic, South Bend Civic, Art 4.
Mhm.
So, who do you like best?
I hate all of you. I'm kidding. I'd say like that's really really difficult because I think I got kind of the same experience with like all of you, but I'd say that there's definitely bits and pieces that are like I take out of um every theater company and organization that like is my favorite. Definitely
Awesome.
like I'd say you guys, Art 4 was like my first company that I was with that paid me, and not even like the money, but like you showed me kind of what it's like to be part of professional theater, and that's something that like I'll never forget. I also loved your just the process. I got for Next to Normal, I got my script in April, I believe. I got my script in April, and we didn't have blocking rehearsals until like June. So by the time we were blocking, my script I already had memorized, and the music I already had memorized, and it was just so much fun blocking without this book in my hand. And since then I've had shows with directors that have done that, but that was the first time, and that was the first time that I finally like realized that I had a preference as to like how I want to practice
Sure.
musicals and stuff. But definitely, yeah, I'd say like I take bits and pieces from all of you, and I use that sort of in my own like independence, and it's so great. Like I'm gonna take I take a bit of like when I went to Elkhart Civic, I took a bit of South Bend Civic's morals with me and how they do stuff, just for personal use. Um, and when I went to I've taken Art 4, and I've taken like when I went to Art 4, I've taken some of like Elkhart Civics. So yeah, I have favorite I have favorite methods. I don't know if I can pick an exact favorite group. But I guess while I'm on the live, I'll just say you guys for now.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna twist your arm, and I didn't.
I mean,
But I do want to say that you are a pleasure to work with during that experience. And for anybody who is new to the conversation, Mimi Bell starred as Diana Goodman in Art Force production of Next to Normal in the summer of 2019, and she was phenomenal. It was really great to have that experience working with you. And I know that you and I have worked before that moment with some shows at other organizations. It was nice to just get to know you in a little bit more intimate setting where we can focus on making art together one-on-one like that.
yeah.
What advice would you?
Director was great.
Thank you.
Huh? Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. What advice would you give someone who wants to play Diane, or what was your experience like playing that role?
Oh yeah.
Whew, I definitely had to step outside of my comfort zone. I noticed a lot of similarities and a lot of differences between me and all of the characters, but specifically Diana. I had to access traits about me and feelings about me that I normally have to push down in society. I don't have bipolar disorder like Diana does, but I do have severe depression and a lot of other things. I'm just no, but I definitely, but I definitely have. I had to step outside my comfort zone, and I had to take a look at myself and take a look at Diana, I guess, and sort of just go for it. A lot of times I was holding back, because I was afraid of being too crazy or too like cartoonish with it. But I realized that I was holding back a little too much. So I guess my advice to anybody that would want to be Diana, first of all, probably should be older than me. but in the event that you're not, that's fine too. No, my advice, I guess, would be just to step outside your comfort zone and just really go for it, really, but also make it believable. I had a lot of people coming to see the show that dealt with the same problems as Diana did and identified with Diana the most. And I wanted to make sure that her story was valid and was it meant something. I didn't want to necessarily. I was afraid of making a caricature, and I didn't want to do that. But the people that saw it that that I'm mentioning, they told me that I did a good job, so I'm gonna just believe them.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Great.
But yeah.
So let's talk about roles you maybe have yet to play. Is there anything you want to play in life that you're hoping happens soon?
Everything. Let's see. I don't know. I never really have specific roles I want to play. They're always just shows I want to be in, regardless of who I play. So it's hard. But I've always wanted to be Christine in Phantom of the Opera.
Oh.
That's kind of a long shot because Christine don't belt. But
she would if you played it.
I've always, huh?
I said she would if you played it.
You know what? I'm about to recreate a whole character.
Yes.
I've also, obviously I want to play Rose from Dogfight. That, hi Christian, like that's obviously like who I'm trying to be. But I think that my ultimate dream role was Nina from In the Heights, and I got to play her, and I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah, that was a really good production, and you did a great job. It was good work.
I know it's kind of hard to be honest. I don't have any ideas of who I want to be after that.
Speaking of shout outs, I want to give a shout out to Emma Sullivan. She is watching from Australia. What? Hello, Emma.
Oh my God. Hi, Emma.
I love it.
Australia?
Yeah, she's a dear friend. A dear, you know, we went on a honeymoon in Australia, but
He tells everyone.
but we, we have a dear friend. We studied in grad school at North Texas. She's a double bass player, amazing double bass player, and she lives in Melbourne.
Yeah, she's really awesome. You know who else is awesome? Barack Butler. Now you're close friends with him. I know that you've worked with him a little for some time. You just did first date with him over at Elkhart Civic Theater. When we were talking the other day, you told me how he helped you get your material together for your audition for Art Force production of Next to Normal. What's it like to kind of have somebody in your corner like that? That must feel awesome.
It's so great. I mean, it's not. How do I put this? It's just it's kind of it's almost like unreal that somebody believes in me so much. Like that, like and there are like so many people that believe in me so much. I mean, there are so many directors that I like. When I think about them, I just think about all of the advice that I've gotten, and all of the, you know, the push that I've gotten, and just all of the support that you guys have given me. And it's so great, and I love Brock for that. I love that I can call him I love that I can call him my director. You know, in the past three yeah, in 3 shows that I've been, he's been my director. And I've, you know, always been glad to call him my director, because he's just that mind. She's powerful. His mind, I don't like. It's just, you know, like everything. Like, I don't know how he comes up with some stuff, but also, you know, after shows, and, you know, during show, like when shows aren't going on, I'm glad that I can still call him, you know, my friend, and still talk to him. And um you know, and sometimes, a lot of times, I feel really down, or, you know, we've all been there, where, you know, you just feel really down, or, you know, maybe not good enough for something or something. And it's always great to have somebody there that, you know, lifts me up so much. And he's wonderful. It's so wonderful. I'm almost speechless, almost, because I'm never speechless. I can talk for days, but no, like, I'm almost speechless just talking about him, because it's kind of beyond describing, you know, how great he's been to me just as a person, you know. And he sort of sees past, you know, the talent. And you know, it's gotten to the point where he just loves me for my personality too, and I love him for his personality. We just like really click. We just, I don't know, like immediately as soon as we met, it just kind of happened, and I'm like, whoa, how'd this happen? I don't know, but I like it.
Well, he is about to direct Xanadu at South Bend Civic. Is that a production we're going to see you in?
I'm auditioning. Yes. We'll see. I mean, I'm auditioning. I can't guarantee that I'll get in. You know, Brock he's an amazing director, and he makes very responsible choices, and really good choices when it comes to casting people. So I trust him 100%. And because we're friends, we're close enough. If he were to tell me, like, I don't think you should be in this show, then I mean, that's fine. But I'm definitely auditioning. And if not, if I'm not in the show, I'm definitely gonna go see it, because I love Olivia Newton-John.
Yes, she's a queen. So as we've been talking, clearly you are a South Bend star. You mentioned before that you're 24 years old. What is the life of Mimi Bell in the next couple of years? Where you, New York, Chicago? What are you doing, girlfriend? The world wants to know.
The years go by kind of fast.
That's not.
Yeah. The years go by pretty fast. So in a couple years, I might still be here. But in the next few years, I'm really hoping to leave. I'm making plans.
And those plans are
Yes,
what?
yes.
More about those plans?
I don't know. Well, I should say I'm making plans to make plans. um, I'm slowly moving on, past anything that I ever really thought I could do. I never really even thought I had the guts to be on stage. So this, like, despite how many roles I've been in, how many times I've been on stage in these past couple of years, I'm still like new to it. I'm still adjusting to it, but definitely, I'd say my ultimate goal is to be a singer. I love it more than anything. I want to be a singer, and I want to be I want to be a lot of stuff. I want to be a mom. I want to be a chef. I want to be, but no, but ultimately, I want to be I want to be a singer, and I think that I'll pretty much do almost anything just to make that happen. I don't know, like, location wise. New
Okay.
York sounds really great. I mean, not at the moment because um,
Yes.
you know,
Nobody's really
pandemic
traveling at
and
the moment.
whatnot.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
go anywhere right now.
No, right
Stay
now I'm
home,
gonna stay
save
home.
lives.
But like definitely somewhere along the lines of like I just love making music and singing music, and that's definitely just my plan, making music and singing music and going wherever it takes me, whether it takes me to like New York or LA or Alaska, I'm going there.
I have a
So
friend from Fairbanks. Can hook you up with some people.
in
Yeah.
Alaska, bet.
So if you also like to cook, what is your favorite thing to make? So we can come over and eat it.
Yes. Okay. You know that I'm bad at like accepting compliments. Like I have pretty low self-esteem. So believe me when I say this, I am an excellent baker. I'm wonderful. Sensational. I'm just the best. No, um,
I am a terrible baker.
I
Yeah, no, he's been trying to bake some things at home and
Nothing rises.
no.
I'd say I make a really good brown sugar caramel pound cake,
I can eat that.
and I
That
make the
sounds good.
caramel from scratch. It is. I make the caramel from scratch and use a lot of butter.
Do you say
So
caramel or
it
caramel?
doesn't fit necessarily. I think you said how do I pronounce it?
Yeah.
I pronounce it caramel just because there's a city in Indiana called Carmel, and like it doesn't have the extra A in there, so I thought that was the difference.
Love it. Love it. Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
I don't know actually, but it's like caramel or something. I don't know.
So we always ask all our interviewees what how a little bit about the COVID pandemic and kind of how you've been dealing with that. We're several weeks in to the process now, so kind of what's your timeline been, and what's kind of your world been like the last 2 months?
Crappy and boring. um, I work at the YMCA. The one over by the farmers market.
Yeah.
And I work in child watch. I also I work for the YMCA. I mostly work at St. Anthony's Catholic Grade School, doing their before school care and after school care. We've been closed since I think early March, and I believe we're supposed to be opening back up May 26th. But so we've been closed for a little over 2 months. And even after the Y opens back up, my work schedule was mostly at St. Anthony's, and since schools are closed for the rest of the semester, I really don't know how much I'll be working until maybe August. So,
Wow.
I think but one thing I can really appreciate is that our CEO seems to care about us a lot. We've had a lot of Zoom meetings, and he always our CEO Mark Weber. He always offers help to anybody. You know, you just reach out if you need anything, and that's always really reassuring. I'm a little too nervous to reach out to anybody, so but it's nice that he gives us the option. But
Sure.
yeah, and my supervisor, of specifically my child watch supervisor, said that she was thinking about changing around the schedule so that I'll get more hours in at the Y, since my hours at St. Anthony are just completely over for the time being. It has been really hard though. Money wise, sure, but mostly just I love children and I really miss my kids. And I really miss my coworkers because they're all just wonderful people. And I keep up with them on Facebook and whatnot, but it's never the same as being there and interacting with each other. Just staying in the house is not ideal for somebody with my, I guess, mental condition. I don't know if I can say that, but it's
Of
not
course you
ideal,
can.
but it definitely is essential. It's really important. I've got bad asthma. I've had lung problems and pretty much a smoker's cough since I was born. I don't smoke, but the elements and life happens, and so um, I really can't get this virus. Like I can't afford to. I will probably die. That sounds a little morbid, but I don't know how else to say it. And also, my parents are very, I don't want to say they're very old because that sounds insulting, but my parents are senior citizens, and my mom is turning 68 on June 6th. My dad just turned 83 in February, and they've got pre existing conditions. So we all really can't uh, risk it, you know? Um, I think that so that's pretty much how things have been going. It's hard, you know, as somebody like me who loves attention so much. I love attention. Like I love it. I live for it. I literally want to make a career out of it. So, being on stage so much and going from In the Heights to Disaster to Little Shop to Next to Normal to Mamma Mia to First Date and then just completely stopping. It's so weird getting a break too. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. But it's definitely it's necessary, and I'm just waiting it out, keeping myself busy,
Yeah.
playing a
Yeah.
little solitaire.
I think the something that you commented on about not wanting to sound too uh, to hyperbolize anything too much, but those are real things to be concerned about, right? Your personal health, and then how that might affect the people who are around you. Those are real things. The aspect of mental health and what your daily life already provides you for mental stability, for emotional support, that is a real thing. And it's a real thing that you need to be getting back to work too. Those are all real things that it sounds like you're simultaneously trying to handle, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. Um, and for anybody who's watching, that's what we're trying to hopefully support this week through the Show Tune Sunday program, is to maybe eliminate one of those obstacles for Mimi right now. We're raising money all week long. At the end of the week, 50% goes towards Art Force 2020 programming, and the remaining 50% goes directly to Mimi Bell, so she can continue or maybe shift focus towards some of those other things that need some focus for her life right now. Tell everybody, Mimi, a little bit about Show Tune Sunday. What was the process like for you doing these videos?
It was probably one of the best processes I've ever. I mean, knowing, like, when you hear about it, it seems like there's a lot to do, but everything just flows so smoothly that it's not. You we I send in. You want me to talk about like the music part of it too?
Yeah, go for it.
Whatever you'd like to talk about.
The people want to hear it.
The floor is yours.
So I'm just a little warning. I'm a little hypersensitive when it comes to my voice. Everything that I do has to be at least like 98% close to perfect. Otherwise, it's trash and I don't like it and delete it and kill it and I have to do it again. So, I listen to the music. One of the songs, and you sent me the music, the piano version that you're playing, and then one of the songs I just listened to the Broadway track in like my headphones, and on a computer, and then on my phone I recorded me singing with the music, and I have about, I don't know how many hours, but I definitely have 40 recordings for one song alone. 40 recordings per song. And all of them are like at least 15 minutes long of me just going over and over and over and over again. Nope, that wasn't good enough. Start over. Nope, that wasn't,
Well, I think you only sent me.
I don't know if it's.
I think you only sent me one recording, so you must have got it down compared to Jack Saunders, who sent me like 10. I was like, girl, I don't have time to listen to all these tracks. But
I don't know if it's like that for everybody, but I definitely, I was having a bit of a hard time. And it's also like my voice was kind of given out towards the end of it, so I was like, oh boy, I'm in trouble. But so I send in my my recordings, and then Mark, you do it, right?
Yeah.
Edit them together.
Yep.
Yeah, Mark edits them together, and but the music and the voice, and he does a really great job, at that. And I just, hearing it for the first time, I was like shaking. I was like, oh my god, it's like a real song. It's like, wow.
It's a real song.
Like, it's like a real song. It's like I'm really doing it. And it's, that part is probably one of the most special to me, because I never really done a recording or a music video before. So like hearing me sort of like that makes me feel like I'm even more closer to like making it, or like I made it. Like, oh my god, I made it. I did this, and then you did that, and then you did that. It was so great. It's like we're a whole team. Like it's I know it's so like surreal to me, like hearing that in such a, I guess, like more or less professional way. It's so surreal. And then so then we make plans to meet at a location for my music videos. They were downtown. We make plans to meet.
Sounds like a drug deal.
Yeah, you got the stuff. I
Yeah.
got the stuff. But and I brought 2 different pairs of clothing. I remember asking which music video you wanted to do first, so I knew which outfit to wear first. I was like, should I wear my dress first or what?
Nice.
So I came and I wore my dress because we filmed La Vie en Rose first. And you pick out such great locations for all of it. Like, that tree is beautiful. There were like flowers and the water. It was so romantic. It was like the perfect location for that song, and I couldn't have done it better myself. And we film it, and you had your speaker, your Bose, and you play it, and I lip sync to it to the best of my ability.
I think you did great.
My French is trash, so I was like, there were quite a few we kind of had to like start over. Whoops.
I mean, I don't speak French, so I don't really know. You could have been just making up words, and I
had so many. I had so many people tell me, they were like, I don't speak French, but that sounds French. That sounds good. I'm like, thanks. Yeah, it's supposed to sound like that. But so it was, yeah, it was so much fun. Like, just lip syncing to my own voice. It was crazy. That was crazy. But then, we, and like one thing that I also like about it, and it's the same with this happened with the our second music video too for Before It's Over, that there was a lot of creativity just kind of rolling around, and I like that you listen to what I have to say, or even if I don't have to say it. I like that you listen to, like, you know, if I have like an idea, I had a few ideas, and I was like, "Ooh, what about this? Like, what if like this, or like, what if I did that?" And it was a lot of fun being able to like create with you and collab with you, because you're really open to pretty much anything, and your camera skills are really great. You know, all of the panning, all of the like all of the shoots of like the signs and the restaurants. They better pay you for that, because that was great.
I tagged all of those places.
You did. You really did. I was like, he's not gonna do it, and then you did it.
I was like, if any business wants us to feature their place in our next video,
hey up.
I'm hungry to make our city a more vibrant community, and we're really glad that we got to work with you this week on that content. You did an amazing job, and I agree. It was very nice working with you too. We have
and I also enjoyed playing songs that I've never played before.
Yes.
So both of them. No, that was a good thing. That was a good thing.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's game time. I think it's game time. We got to crank this up here.
Yeah. So, Mimi, before you go, we're going to play a little game. No, I didn't tell you what we were doing beforehand. Oopsie doopsie. But we're going to play a little round of a game that we like to call Like It, Love It, or Hate It. We're going to give you 3 Broadway musicals, and you have to decide if it's something that you like, something that you love, or something that, you're okay with it. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
I love it. I love the delay.
Okay.
Sorry,
okay.
Now,
I just say it, or do I have to like click?
No. Tell us what you think. For people who are at home,
okay,
go ahead and comment below or in the comment section what you like, what you love, and what you hate. But you have to pick from these 3. So Mimi, go for it.
Okay, I like Moulin Rouge.
Okay.
So I like Moulin Rouge. I love Hadestown.
Connor Roberts would agree with you.
And
Hamilton, I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh. What is wrong with you? I'm gonna call Lynn right now. He's gonna be so mad.
Please don't tell Lynn on me. Please don't tell.
After all the great things you said about In the Heights. All right, we have our next 3. We have Matilda, Annie, or Seussical the Musical.
Oh, this one's really hard. Oh crap. Okay. Okay. It's this thing I don't hate any of, but I have to pick one to hate. Okay.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Fine. I like Annie. I love Matilda. I have never seen Seussical, so I can't.
Oh man, you hate it. Christian's not gonna like that.
No.
How dare you? This interview is over.
Well, I've never seen it, so I can't like it or love it.
I get you.
Okay. Apparently Emily Clarkson also hates Seussical.
Ooh.
Emily.
I love Seussical.
And Christian is not friends with you anymore. So
Oh,
moving
dang.
on.
I'm sorry, I've never seen it. Christian, you know I've never seen it.
So now we have Wonderland.
Okay, so this one's a little bit easier. Christian's gonna hate me for this too, but I like Wonderland and I love Mary Poppins and I hate Be More Chill.
Wow, that was easy. You just did that right away.
Yeah, I don't think you had to think about it.
That one was easy because it's in order.
Yeah, you just read it from left to right. Okay, notice, folks, she's just gonna do this from left to right now. Yeah, I hate Be More Chill. I can't stand that show. I'm sorry. All right.
Okay, we got Wicked, Waitress, and Mean Girls.
Okay. I love Waitress. The other two can go wherever they want to go. No, I love Waitress and I like Mean Girls. Wicked, I like it, but it's a little overhyped. Not overhyped. What is it? Overrated.
I can't believe you hate Wicked.
At least it wasn't Mean Girls. Christian's okay now.
Yeah. I guess your friendship with Christian has been saved.
I like Mean Girls.
Okay, let me get to this slide. Sorry.
Christian's gonna kill me.
All right, we have Next to Normal, In the Heights, or Spring Awakening. Maybe.
Why would you do this to me? Okay.
You know, I should have put First Date on there too.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm just trying to decide. It's between Next to Normal and In the Heights, which one I like or love. Spring Awakening is a good show, but out of the three, I wouldn't put it with. Okay. All right. Okay. Here it is. Crap. I thought I was gonna have something. Oh, I can't do this one. Okay.
She only likes.
I love In the Heights and I like Next to Normal. And I hate Spring Awakening.
No, which one do you love, Mimi?
What did I say? I like In the Heights. I love Next to Normal. I like Next to Normal. I love In the. I forgot which one I said. Oh.
Moving on. Okay, we got Big River. We got Little Shop of Horrors and Sister Act.
I was in all of these shows.
I know.
Okay. Which experience did I hate? I'm gonna do this twice. Which one that I loved, liked, and did that I hate as like a show, and which one I love, like, and hate being in. As far as experience. So, as a show, I like Sister Act. I love Little Shop of Horrors, and I hate Big River.
Agreed.
As an experience, I like Big River. I love Sister Act, and I hated Little Shop.
Ooh, okay.
Sorry, Jeff and Angie.
All right, we have First Date, Spelling Bee.
I was in these shows too.
I know. And Disaster. We should have like some background music for this. Well,
I'm panicking. Okay, okay, this one's really hard. Can I phone a friend?
Christian's online.
Yeah, Christian.
Yeah, Christian, help me.
Help her out.
Dang,
Emily Clarkson says Spelling Bee she loves, she likes First Date, hates Disaster.
That's okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to again. I'm gonna have to disagree with Emily.
Oh, Christian's coming through here.
First Date is first because okay, so okay. That makes it a little bit easier. I like First Date, love Disaster, hate Spelling Bee. Oh wait, actually, Now that I think about it, that was easy. Hating spelling bee. I love spelling bee.
Okay, Chicago, Jagged Little Pill, and Six, the musical. Go.
Okay. I like Six. I love Chicago. No. I like Jagged Little Pill. I love Chicago. No. Okay, yeah, I like Six. I love Chicago. Hate Jagged Little Pill.
Oh my gosh. Do you hear that, Connor?
I was going to say Connor Roberts is going to be so upset.
Connor, she hates it.
I know.
This is fun. Hairspray, Frozen, or SpongeBob SquarePants the musical?
This one's the worst. Oh, Christian, no, you're right about hating Chicago. Honestly. Okay. I can't change my mind now. The past is the past. Okay.
That's
on to this one.
That's the question.
Shoot. I'm sorry, Connor. Okay, I love SpongeBob.
Oh, really? You and Emily are very different.
No, okay. I like help me. I like Frozen. I love Hairspray. I love Hairspray, actually. Well, no, let's say I like Hairspray and love Frozen. Out of the three. I do love SpongeBob, but out of the three, I love Hairspray and I like Frozen.
Interesting choices there. Interesting.
I can't pick SpongeBob over this.
One of the songs from SpongeBob was our wedding dance. Yeah.
Huh?
One of the songs from SpongeBob was our wedding dance. The
really?
song. Yeah, we did a little ballroom dance to it.
Okay, cats. Meow. Joseph or the Phantom?
Okay. I like Joseph. I love the Phantom. Cats can go straight down.
Yes, I agree.
7 times over. God bless those cats.
Oh, cats.
Oh, that was
our
last
Come on.
Oh no. Well, that's our game for the evening, which means
Am
that
I the winner?
you won.
You!
You! Yay, Mimi! Hey, well, thanks for playing. Thank you so much for joining us today on Intermission Interview. We had a lovely time working with you this week, and we really appreciate you coming online today to join us. Hello. Mimi, good work this week. We love you so much. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Bye.
I love you too. I love all of you. But more importantly, I hate cats. Bye.
That was South Bend star Mimi Bell, who you last could have seen in First Date over at Elkhart Civic, also the star of Art Force production of Next to Normal from our 2019 season. She is our featured artist this week for Show Tunes Sunday. We're raising money for her all week long, going up until this next Sunday at 12 p.m. At the end of the week, any funds that are raised, 50% of them go towards Art Force 2020 programming. The other 50% goes directly to Mimi Bell. It's a way of raising relief funds for artists who have been financially impacted by COVID-19.
Thank you, Christian.
Yes, thank you, Christian,
for donating.
Yay! We also have an exciting event that's coming up soon. It's our Cyber Sizzle, everybody.
Ooh, let's see if I get a different screen for you.
Well, I was going to be the lady on the screen. Just block my face. I love it.
Oh, yes. Come to our Cyber Sizzle. This is an online block party. Ooh, so exciting. This is our first time doing such an event. It is on Sunday, June 14th, if you didn't see our Facebook event already, from 6 to 8 p.m. So just to be clear, the Cyber Sizzle is completely online. So, and it's free.
Free. It's free.
So it will be just over an hour and a half of fun, exciting things and engagement. We'll be leaking material and bits and pieces about the Cyber Sizzle as we go forward. But yes, there will be lots of activities to engage in. We want you to come hang out with us online. We're super excited to try this out. So mark your calendars. Sunday, June 14th from 6 to 8, Cyber Sizzle.
Yes, we're also still accepting nominations for Showtune Sunday, everybody. And if you want to donate, you can also go to art4sb.org/ShowtunesSunday, Showtune Sunday, both to nominate and to donate this week. If you know an artist in town who needs some help financially right now, who maybe lost some income recently, please nominate them. Think of who you might know who needs some help right now in the area and go to art4sb.org/ShowtuneSunday to nominate them today. From all of us here at Art4, thank you so much for joining us tonight and have a wonderful evening.
Yay, bye! Bye!